Okay, so everybody's ready to go. So Velnos, you get first attack.
I'm gonna cast invisibility.
So you successfully cast invisibility, so they can't see you.
I'm gonna throw a shuriken.
Okay, which one are you throwing at?
Assassin 1.
Okay, that hits. Alright, so you got a 1. So you basically just grazed his arm. So he's he has his arm grazed, so he only takes 1 HP damage. So he's still good to go.
Just doesn't see me.
Hang on a second, let me roll for him. Roll for perception to see if he actually does see you. He does not. So next is going to be Raka. You are next.
I guess I'll just go ahead and attack the closest one to me.
Okay, that would be assassin number 1. Who also just got a shuriken to the arm.
Good. I'm gonna try to stab him right in that same arm with my rapier.
That does not hit.
That is gross.
Now we're going to have assassin number 1, who just got hit with the shuriken. So he's going to go after Raka. He misses. So now that goes down to the group of goblins. Okay, that will hit. All right, so you're going to roll because so you have 6 goblins, so roll 1d12. All right, you rolled a 10. So all of the goblins sort of like swarm him and begin like stabbing him with their little tiny knives, like their little makeshift like prison ship type things. So he's getting fucked up. So he's also distracted for this turn because he's covered in the goblins. Now it's Assassin 2, and Assassin 2 is going to try and attack Raka again because he is the closest one to him. He misses, so he does not hit anything. Now the other guy, he has a crossbow, so he's going to use his crossbow and he's going to try and shoot Cham, who is hovering in the air. Ooh, okay. So he does manage to hit with that. So that is 1d4 damage. And he came out with a 2. Alright, so next is Kane.
I'm gonna try and roll and try and hide around to get a better position.
Okay, so you're gonna make a stealth roll, so go ahead.
Yeah, 12.
Okay, you're able to sneak around because they're all kind of distracted. There's a big crowd of people, and they're also the dude floating in the air, so you've got a +2 to that, so 14's enough to sneak up behind them.
And then that's all I'm gonna do for now.
So Cham, now it is you. You are hovering above them.
Alright, I'm gonna go hover closer to the one that shot me. I'm gonna swing my my axe at him.
Okay, that is assassin number 3, so you're also going to get an attack of opportunity because you're going from above, so that is 14 in total, so that will hit 3. Okay, so you slice assassin 3 in the arm, so he's not going to be able to use that arm to aim anymore. That's his good arm. But now it's going down to assassin number 4, and assassin number 4 is going to go after Kane because Kane has entered the fray. So he is going again. He has a short sword, so we're going to 3. He misses horribly.
Yeah.
He actually loses the sword that was in his hand. He has to go get the sword, so he'll be distracted for 1 turn. So now assassin number 5 is again going to go after Kane. That one does hit. So he rolls 1d6 for damage. That is 6. He got a full 6 damage on you, Kane. All right, so now it goes up and around to Velnos.
I want my goblins to form like a little ramp with themselves so I can punch the guy in the face.
So I think what I'm going to have them do is right now, like, he's on the ground because they swarmed him. So they're
he's on the ground, okay.
Yeah,
So I'll do it on another one.
Okay, you can take 3 goblins away, and that guy will still have some issues when his turn comes around. And they are enough to give you enough boost. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pass a strength roll, then an attack roll. And then you'll be able to roll your damage. So roll strength first to see if you actually jump up high enough to hit a guy in the face.
Hey.
You did not. You failed miserably at that. That is your turn. So now we will go to Raka. So it is now your turn.
I'm actually gonna cast a magic missile. What is up, bro? This fucking bot hates me.
Well, it's enough at this point because they're all kind of distracted.
I'm gonna go after the one who tried to attack me but missed.
You're gonna attack him, so that will hit. So that's 1d4 damage.
Kaboom!
All right, so that's 4. So that's assassin number 4 just got hit for 4 health. So his back is like burnt, and like most of the armor that was on his back is basically just blown off. So he has like a bit of a vulnerable spot back there right now. So assassin 1 is still dealing with the goblins, so he's gonna roll to get the goblins off of him. 3. He is successful in getting the goblins off of him. However, it does take up the duration of his turn. So now it is down to the goblin group. Now, the other 3 went and helped Velnos, but now that they are still a group, they can attack, and they are probably going to just keep attacking the same guy.
Yeah, just fucking attack him.
They rolled a 1. as a group to attack. So they just kind of like they don't really do anything to him, and he throws them off like small children. So their turn was basically wasted. So now it is time to go down to assassin number 2, who is going to try and attack Raka. Ooh, that'll hit. So he has 1d6, and that comes out as a 4.
Well, my life isn't actually that low this time. I got 18 hit points, so...
Yeah. Now next is assassin number 3. He is going to roll, and he is going to attack Kane. He rolls a 14, which will hit. And that is a 1, so he barely nicks you.
Okay, that's a positive at least.
So now it is down to you, Kane.
Alright. Well, I am gonna hit him with my short sword.
Alright, so roll to attack. Ooh, that is a hard miss. That is a miss.
God damn it.
Jam, it is your turn.
I'm attacking the same guy.
Oh yeah, assassin 3 is who you attack. Alright, so that will also miss. So now it's going to go down to assassin number 4, and assassin number 4 is going to go after Cham because he sees him trying to go after his buddy. 10, that will not hit, and then for number 5, he was also going to attack Cham, that will not hit, so now it goes to Belnos.
I'm gonna kick the dude that hurt my goblins in the balls.
Alright, so the guy that like tossed them off, so that will hit. It's also a targeted attack, so that hits and that will crit. And that's also going to be critted, so that's going to go up to 4, so that is enough to actually kill Assassin 1. You also, because you kicked him very hard in the balls, his groin exploded. Raka, it is now your turn.
Alright. Magic missile again.
Okay, who are you aiming at this time?
Is 4 still alive?
4 is still alive.
Yep, I'm going after 4. Right in the same spot. Boom!
Oh, that hits. That 100% hits. Roll for damage. It's 1d4, and it's going to crit because you're doing it in an area where there's no armor. 4. Okay, yeah. So you do that. So you actually did some pretty serious damage to his. He drops one of his swords, and he looks to be pretty severely injured. But now it is the Goblin group, and now that the Goblin group has the guy that they were attacking before is dead. Velnos, do you have anything specific, or would you like them to just go for the nearest person?
I want them to gang up on the one that Raka is attacking.
Why are you stealing my kill?
They do not manage to get their hands on him, so now it is down to Assassin 2 and Assassin 3. So Assassin 2 is going to attack the Goblin group. Okay, the 12 will hit, and he rolls a 1, so he barely nicked Goblin 1. Goblin 1 is not seriously harmed, but he is mildly injured. Now, the next assassin is going to go after Cham, because Cham keeps trying to murder him. He rolls an 11, that will not hit. So now it is down to Kane.
I am going to attack the closest one to me with my short sword.
Okay, that is assassin number 3.
Let's see if I can actually get something this time. I don't think so.
No, you didn't. You missed the gap. Cham.
Number 3.
Number 3, okay. Alright, that is barely enough to hit. Alright, so assassin number 3 is not doing too good. Assassin number 3 is pretty fucked up. He's you carved right into his shoulder with your loot. So he is not a happy camper right now. He has a very separated shoulder. Assassin number 4 is going to attack him because of what he did to assassin number 3. He misses, and the other one is going to attack Kane. He also misses. So he now goes to Velnos.
I'm gonna toss a shuriken at assassin number 3.
Okay, because you didn't take an action before that, I'm going to count it as a minor action. So you can take an action after that. So you can go ahead and roll. Alright, so 16, that will hit. You do 1 damage, so you do still have a chance to attack again if you would like. So you can throw another shuriken.
I'm gonna toss another one.
So that actually does hit. Alright, so that's another 3 damage, so that's 4 total damage. 4 total damage, he is dead. So you toss the shuriken, goes right in his fucking eye, he goes down, he is dead.
Ninja Star! Ninja Star!
Yep. Alright, so Raka, you are now up.
I'm gonna go and finish off number 4 with my rapier. Maybe dice will favor me again. If it's not.
Nope, they do not. So now it is the Goblin Horde. So who would you like them to attack, Velnos?
Same dude.
That would be assassin number 4. Oh, they rolled a collective 1. They don't even know where they're going.
They hit each other.
Yeah, one of them just punched another one in the face, and they're arguing with each other now. They have no idea what's going on. So now it is assassin number 2. So assassin number 2 is kind of just looking at the goblins, and he's going to try and just stab one of them. He rolls a 3. He misses horribly. So now it is Kane.
Alright, I'm gonna try and attack Assassin 4. Oh
Yeah,
my god!
yep, you hit. All right, you rolled a 4. So that is on Assassin number 4. Assassin number 4 is dead. You stab him right through the throat. He is done. Cham, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna hover over fucking 5.
Okay, yeah, you can go and attack whichever one.
I'm gonna do a target attack on the dude's face.
Oh, all right. You fly past him, and you actually land in a heap on the floor under a table. You take 2 HP damage. So now it is Assassin 5's turn, and he just watched you do that. So he's gonna go over and he's gonna stab you. Oh, he misses horribly. Like even with an attack of opportunity, that still does not hit. So he failed fucking miserably. So Velnos, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna help my goblins by, same strategy, kicking the nuts.
Okay, so that's going to be another targeted attack. Because you have proficiency, I'm going to say that works. So that will hit. So you have 1d6 damage. And that's multiplied by 2 because it's a targeted attack. So that's going to be 4 damage. He stops what he's doing and stops trying to stab your goblins now and begins holding his groin. Raka, it is now your turn. Yeah,
Go ahead and draw this guy.
he's not very heavily damaged. That will hit, barely. He is, that's 4, so he is still alive. But he's not doing very good. He's on the ground. He's clutching the stab wound there on his side. He's cursing your name. And he is about, halfway there. Now the goblin group is ready to take their turn.
The green tide has come.
Oh, God, they hit. Okay, so that's 4. That is enough to kill Assassin number 2. So that's the goblin group. So Kane, you're next up. So the only one left is Assassin 5.
To hit him with the short sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, you rolled a nat 20.
Oh, God, yes, Daddy.
Okay, so that's going to crit. So you can roll your damage there with... All right, so that's going to be... That's 4 damage. Still, he's kind of fucked up. Like, you went over and you stabbed him right in his good arm. But now that you're done, Cham, it is now your turn.
I got a 13.
Which will hit. 1d8 with 2. Okay, so he is still up. But again, he is hurt. So he's going to try and attack Cham, since Cham is the closest to him. That will hit. Oh, that does a 5. So he shanks you a little bit. He gets you right in the side. But now it is Velnos' turn.
I'm gonna run up to the guy and just bust his kneecap with my hammer.
That misses completely. Raka, it is now your turn.
I rolled a 9.
Fair enough. Okay, so now it is the goblin group's turn. And since there's only one guy left,
Trigger the walk.
17, that will hit. 2. Okay, so they only do 2 damage. So there's a lot of flailing and a lot of like crowding, but they don't actually kill him. He still has some health left. It is now Kane's turn.
Alright, well, might as well just try and finish him off then.
Yep, that hits. Ooh, okay, so
I keep getting 2s!
yeah. So even though it crits, he's down to 1 HP. So he's basically incapacitated right now. He's lying on the ground. He is bleeding out. All of his friends are dead. Cham, it is your turn if you choose to finish him off or do anything else with him.
I'm gonna take a hit of my the 8-ball.
Roll Constitution.
Oh, God.
Okay, you take that like a champ and you get all the additional effects from it. So your strength just went up by +3.
Right. I'm gonna bring up my axe, my loot. I'm gonna look at the queen one more time. I'm gonna use fucking charm person.
Again, I'll roll her wisdom to see, even though she's going to take a -2 already because of the hypnosis. She does not resist at all. She is well and aware and behind.
I'm just gonna just right through the skull.
Okay, roll for strength. Good enough. You cleave him, so Assassin 5 is dead. All of the assassins are dead, and as you finish him off, the city guard finally breaks through the doors and rush into the room. So now they are in the room and they have seen that you guys have dispatched the assassins and that the king and queen are indeed safe.
I'm gonna be playing the fucking loot like a heavy metal tune.
All right, roll for dexterity.
It's a 12.
You play it well enough.
I'm gonna use hypnosis.
Okay, so you want to hypnotize them so that they are... Do you want to do that to everybody in the room or just the guards?
Everyone that is not us.
Okay, everybody that's not you. Okay, so everybody in the room, you want to be catatonic for 2 minutes.
Yep, while we loot.
Okay, they're all within range.
Loot! Loot!
Oh my god, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Cham, you find nothing. And also, one of the goblins finds nothing. However, 5 of the goblins find some things of value. Oh god, Kane, you find that one of them has soiled himself. Okay, so
2 nat 20s and two
19s. So the 7 and the 3 kind of just go off, and they don't really care. They're just kind of off in the corner talking to each other. But the other ones each go to one of the individual assassins and loot their bodies. The 2 20s each find notes on the 2 assassins. The notes appear to be identical. As well as they each find what appears to be vials of poison. The only reason you can tell that is because they're both nat 20s, so the 2 goblins are smart enough to apparently realize that.
It's me and David Mustard.
Okay, so you guys have successfully defeated the assassins. Like I said, you found identical notes on all 5 of the assassins. They are written in common, so would you like to read said notes?
Yes.
So basically, what's inside of the note says that sneak into the king's chambers, assassinate him, kill all of his party members. If you are captured, or if you are about to die, then please either die with honor at the end of a sword, or swallow this poison so that you cannot be tracked back. The note is not signed. However, it does make it seem like somebody in the room perpetrated this, or somebody that was close to the king in some way. After the 2 minutes has wound up, guards now examine the bodies and find nothing on them.
I have an idea. I'm gonna get a sheet of paper and just ask for signatures from everyone in the room for being such great people and such a great audience.
You're gonna have to make a roll for the general crowd, which is 24 people, so that's 24 d20s. Everything above a 5, you get a signature. Everything a 5 and below, you do not get a signature. So you have a little over half of the crowd. You also have the king and queen. Okay, so the king refuses and asks you why you require his signature for something. Cham, you can roll to see if you can persuade her to sign. So yeah, she does give you her signature. The only one that is left is the king.
But the king's doesn't matter because the plot is to assassinate him.
So that takes care of everybody else in the room. However, there are still 2 people that you do not see in the room. Roll perception.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. Rocka, do you want to roll for perception as well, and Kane?
Yeah. Hello.
Nice.
Okay. Kane,
Absolute Chad.
you immediately notice that the 2 people that are not in the room are Bernie Greenstein, your agent, and the king's assistant, the guy who has been following you around and giving you orders the whole time. Both of those gentlemen are not in the room.
Well, look at that. Y'all done made the agent go and run off to betray us.
You're assuming that Bernie Greenstein betrayed you.
I am assuming that Bernie Greenstein betrayed us.
Also, I asked Queen what time.
She leans over to you and whispers in your ear, "Come by my quarters in an hour.
Will do.
My husband will be busy with the authorities."
Will do.
Look
Can I
around
roll
there.
to seduce the king?
You can try.
I want to go up to be like, "Hey, baby, you want to get together tonight?"
Okay, you gotta roll charisma. Okay, I gotta roll for the king to see it.
I'm also going to use a charm person on him towards fucking
The king does not resist.
I'm also using.
Not.
Oh!
Oh God!
You boys getting laid.
I charm person the king for Kane.
Okay, well, Kane didn't really need it, but that does reinforce the bond. So, Kane, you now appear to have a deep relationship with the king. You lock eyes across the room, and it feels like there's lute music playing, but you know there really isn't. He's hearing that in his head as true love rears its ugly, sinful head. So, you guys I now have a thing.
Hell yeah.
You have a thing, me and the queen have a thing.
Just for the note, me and the Goblin Armor are going to follow Cham.
Rocka, are you gonna get involved?
Oh hell no! I'm not going up there.
Are you gonna investigate anything involving the 2 undiscovered parties?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go and see. Where was like?
Bernie Greenstein was in the dressing room still. He was still in there when you left. But you don't know where the assistant was. So you would have to roll if you want to try and remember the last place you saw him.
I'm gonna go to the goblins and goblin. Go with Kane with the king for all the fucking the drugs that we agreed on.
Quit the party because I still want those pennies.
You want to split up the goblin army so that you can have some of them do the panty raid while the other ones go and get the drugs.
3 for the penny raid and 4, which counts me for the drug bust.
So those 3 dudes are going to go follow Cham and Princess Penelope as they slink back off to the Queen's chambers. At the same time, King Victor offers his hand out to Kane's character. He reaches his hand out to the pod. Will you come with me tonight to my chambers? And we will indulge in each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to invite you to his personal chamber. Do the sex rolls after. We'll let Raka investigate now because you all have to wait an hour anyway.
I'm just gonna go to the dressing room where I saw old Bernie.
All right, so you walk back to the dressing room and you find Bernie Greenstein. He is lying collapsed on the table that appears to have also been broken by his massive weight, and he has a knife sticking in his back with a message on it.
Oh, Bernie. Yeah, I'm gonna read the message.
Okay, so are you going to just pull the message off the knife, or are you going to pull the knife out of his back?
Nah, he's gonna pull the message off the knife.
Okay, as you pull the message off the knife, Bernie groans and moves around a little bit and then proceeds to go back to sleep.
Before I go to reading the message, I'm gonna poke him again.
Bernie again groggily moves around and scratches a little bit to his back close to where the knife wound is before going back to sleep.
Are you sleeping, Bernie?
Getting more below?
You do know there's a knife in your back.
Oh, man, dude, it's not the first time that's happened. Remember the last time when you guys got drunk and you decided to throw knives at me?
No, Bernie, I don't remember that at all.
I do. I still got a scar. Do old Bernie a favor and pull that out.
That's not a small thing, Bernie.
Please. It's starting to itch. I think it's touching my shoulder blade.
It's not a good idea, Bernie. If I pull that out, you're gonna bleed everywhere. Get it
I'm
on your
already
clothes.
bleeding everywhere.
Not as bad. Plugging it up. Think of it like
Oh,
a
for
flame
God's
plug.
sake.
It's
Now I
overflowing.
gotta go ask one of the guards to do it. Okay.
No, you gotta go. You have to go to a medic, Bernie.
I just
You're
need
such
more
a cheap
blow.
ass. Go to the fucking doctor.
You're gonna have to convince him to go to the doctor. He just wants more blow.
I rolled a 5. This.
Okay, you do not convince him to take the knife out of his back. However, he is convinced that he needs to go talk to the king and figure out if he can get some kind of a legal settlement based on that.
I think it's a good idea to go speak to His Royal Highness with the knife sticking out of your back.
What's better than having a guy come to you who already has been stuck in the back? You know you can trust him.
I don't think that's accurate, but you know what, mate? You go on ahead. Fist bump.
He fist bumps you and he leaves the room. You can now read the note.
Alright, I'm gonna read the note.
The note says, "Your pitiful band has gotten in my way once and for all. You will all die here this evening, starting with your manager."
Pitiful.
Okay, so now that that has happened and you have read that note, so we'll do the drug bust first. So, Velnos, what did you roll for the drug bust? 14, 2, 2, and 1?
Yeah, those will be a distraction. Fuck it.
Alright, so you sneak in and start looking around for the drugs in the appropriate storage room. There is a guard out there. However, he has become distracted because the other 3 goblins that were with you begin an argument about who gets the first knock on the princess eventually as sloppy seconds to Cham. And all 3 of them begin having a fist fight, which draws all of the guards to them. However, you snuck successfully inside, and they offered a distraction. So you are able to get into the king's private stash room. You have to roll perception to see if you can find the drugs in there. Okay, you do successfully find a very large, looks like almost like a jewelry tin, and then when you take the top off of it, you notice that the entire thing is filled with cocaine. It's like basically a bowl the size of the Stanley Cup.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have the satchel with me.
Roll to see how much you can fit in there, because there's probably like at least a couple of pounds of cocaine. So you are successfully able to jam 13 pounds of cocaine into your bag, and that makes up the entirety of what was in that bowl. So you have a shit ton of cocaine. You also notice that it appears there is some very odd-looking candies that are sitting there. Looks to be some lollipops.
God damn it.
There are also some little like eye drop looking candies that are inside these little glass tins. Are you also going to steal those?
I'm gonna take a handful of lollies and just walk.
All right, so you take 3 lollipops out of the 12 that are there with you, again, along with 13 pounds of cocaine.
Alright.
So the drug bust is there. So Kane, now we're going to go to you and the king. So the king is leading you to his quarters, and he opens the door and beckons you inside with a face of glee.
I'm gonna go in.
Okay, you enter into the room. You see that the room is decorated with various animals that he has hunted over the years, taxidermied heads and whatnot. You also see that he has a massive bed with purple satin sheets dressed on it. He stated that he wanted them prepared for his wife this evening. However, he seems to have found something far better to do with his time. You also notice that it appears that there's already been 2 glasses of wine poured. Would you join me for a glass of wine?
I'll join you for 7 if you'd like.
Maybe I'll have my servant bring me another bottle. But first, let's start, shall we? He hands you a glass.
I propose a toast to new experiences.
And old sensations. He then clangs the glasses together. Do you drink?
Yes.
The king also drinks. So now, Cham, we are going to go to your room.
Sweet.
So, alright, so you, Princess Penelope invites you inside. Again, the room is very lavish, lovely looking bed, red satin this time. No taxidermied animals. However, there is also 2 glasses of wine that have been prepared for you.
I want to roll perception, see if there's any poison.
You don't see anything specific that looks like it's been tampered with, but that's just at a glance. Okay, you notice nothing wrong with the glasses that you can tell. It just is like a normal glass or goblet.
Alright. I'm gonna pick up the glass. I'm gonna look at her. I'm doing charm person again.
Charm person, so you're going to charm the queen. She also has a glass of wine in her hand, and she clangs it out and says, "To new love." You have her at a point where it doesn't really matter what you say, she's gonna fuck you. So you clang glasses together, and you also drink. So now, you also have the goblins that are about to go on the panty raid as you begin screwing each other.
Roll for Constitution.
Yep, for the sex. All right, you do a relatively good job.
I'm gonna pull off hers and just toss it at the goblins.
Dexterity roll. All right, the panties land on one of the goblins' heads. He seems very pleased by this. He smells them and then takes them out of the room as his new cries. The other 2, I'm going to roll for D20 to raid the panty drawer. 19. They successfully raid the panty drawer of basically every pair of panties that he has, leaving everything. So you guys are having sex. So Raka, you now have all of this information, and this is all happening simultaneously.
I'm just gonna go wait. I'm gonna wait for him. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm not getting involved in any of that shit.
Okay, so you're going back out to the main area where everybody was, and you're just waiting? Okay, so as you go back out, you see that it appears the king's assistant is back inside the hall now, along with Bernie Greenstein, and they are both answering questions from the guards. Bernie Greenstein is also pointing to his back and asking the guard to please pull the knife out of him. The guardsman is going to roll a d20 to see if he knows better than that. He does, so he does not pull out the knife. He says that he will get a healing mage down here soon, and then they can fix Harvey Greenstein's back up.
While we're all focused on that, me and the boys are just gonna go run past everything into the dressing room and check our loot so we can then stash it in so no one notices that we just have fucking dozens of royal panties and 13 pounds of cocaine on us. We're gonna try and find a way to carry all that shit incognito.
So you guys are gonna roll intelligence rolls to see what's the best way to get out of the place with the panties and cocaine. Okay, so you're the only person that has a halfway decent idea. Most of the goblins just simply say to walk out the front door. You, however, remember that in the bathrooms of the castle, the drains, which are covered by the floor drains for the latrines, which are covered by a massive grating, lead down into a sewer system that goes out of the castle. So if you want to get out that way, that's one option that you can think of.
Put the panties on the cow, have one sit on the panties, and then we'll just all leave on the cow.
Okay, you can try that. So you're going to have all the goblins leave with the cow, so you're just going to have to roll charisma as you're going by the first guard. All right, your charisma roll passes. So that guard just kind of waves at you. You wave at him. He looks at the cow with the other goblins riding it and simply doesn't think anything is out of place and lets you go. He seems to be kind of civil. So you guys are successfully out of the castle. So now, Raka, you're still in the room. You still see Bernie Greenstein and the king's assistants that are still talking to guards. The king, the queen, and everybody else is out. And you do notice that Belnos and his merry band of goblins, along with their cow, are able to walk out.
I'm gonna go up to the kings at this day and be like, "Hey, mate, I know this is a bad time, but about our payment, I mean, we did knock it out of the park. You know what I mean?"
Oh, right. Your payment. Follow me. There's actually, in back here, we have a chest with your payment in it. 10,000 gold as promised. You too, you're the manager, right? You come with us too. Okay, can you take the knife out of my back?
No, Bernie.
Alright, so you follow the assistant through a couple of different hallways. He unlocks the door to a room and leads you inside. Roll dexterity. Alright, Harvey Greenstein fails miserably at his dexterity check, as fails miserably at everything. Cicero, you have rolled a 14, so you are able to, in time, catch the door before the king's assistant slams it on you to try and lock it. So you're going to have to do a strength roll to see if you can pull it open. Yeah, you rip that door wide open. He immediately falls to his knees and begs for his life, saying that he didn't think that anybody would really actually get hurt except for the king.
You weaselly little shit.
You knew what happened. Not even the idiot with you knew what happened, and I stabbed him.
Look, mate, I just want my lolly.
Take the knife out and you're the one who put it there.
Don't you dare pull that knife out of Bernie's back.
But it hurts. It's rubbing something. You got any more cocaine? So, Raka, you basically have him at your mercy now. He's given up to you because he doesn't want to die, because he realizes you'll probably just stab him.
At this point, I'm going to be like, you step into this room. Come on. Off your pop. Move along.
He walks into the room. Harvey Greenstein and you are now standing outside.
And now I'm going to shut the door on him and lock it.
Okay, you successfully shut the door and lock it. He runs up to the bar and says, please, you can't let them get me. They'll kill me.
Good. Come on, Bernie.
Jeez, you got to have a soul, man.
Not anymore.
Okay, you manage to walk away and you leave him there, returning to the guards and informing them of what you have found. Now, we are going to go back to the bedroom scenes. Kane and Cham, you are both going to have to roll Constitution saves right now.
Woo!
Okay, wow. So, Cham, you are having sex with the queen. You feel like you're going to be physically sick, and you feel kind of weak by the end of it. You don't really perform all that well, and you think you may have been poisoned. The queen takes it like a champ. Now, as for Kane, you are doing particularly well. You have burned through the poison that was in the wine, so that doesn't have that much of an effect on you. However, it appears that as you were going to town on the king, he may have expired. You're going to have to roll to try and revive him, because you believe that his heart has stopped. Yeah! As you punch his chest repeatedly and scream towards the sky to give him life, he finally takes a breath and looks up at you, his naked body and erect penis staring at you. He then goes and looks and says, I love you.
I know you do, baby.
So you have successfully brought the actual purveyor of the assassins to justice. And you have also successfully developed relationships with both the king and queen that are questionable in nature. You guys have successfully saved the king and queen from assassins and had sex with both of them.